The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
Yeah, let me address that really quick, because those are some really good points. There's a situation, though, and we've been looking into the passport issue, and we have a retired 30-year veteran of immigration working with us on this because we need his expertise. And, there's a passport application that Stanley Ann Dunham filled out. I believe it was around 1965. Don't quote me on that. I have so many dates running around my head. But I believe it was around 65, where she attempts to put Mr. Obama on her passport. And it's crossed out. And then there's another surname under it, and it's Zoe Barker, something to that effect. That is a little problematic for us. First of all, where it is on this application is it says that you have to list your children. And for some reason, they were not accepting that. Now, we don't know if it was because they can't prove parental lineage or if he was getting his own passport at that time, and for some reason she put that either in there incorrectly or a decision was made to give him his own passport. But the problem with the citizenship is he was a minor when he was brought to Indonesia, if you buy the narrative. And as a minor, he cannot surrender his citizenship. And he has that covering, if you will, that he was not an adult going to Indonesia, surrendering his U.S. citizenship, and picking up Indonesian citizenship. So it's a little murky for us, and we're not clear as to what that answer is going to be. It is a problem. It's problematic, I believe. I understand that to go to Jakarta, to go to the schools, there's applications there which I've seen where he claims to be an Indonesian citizen. But again, he was a minor. So it's something we're working on trying to get clarification on. But I think it's going to end up being a problem like everything else in the background here. I don't think it's going to be something that's just going to be easily rectified because, quite honestly, nothing in his background is easily rectified.
All right. Thank you very much for the phone call, Chris. Good comments. Let's go to Frank in North Carolina. Frank, you're on the air with Mike Zullo.
Yes, Mike, Joyce, thank you. It's very compelling, as always. And you're right, Joyce. This one of the major problems we have in the country is too much lace. The men will
on
not.
On the panties, that's right. Lace on the panties.
The men are not going to stand up. I'm going to tell you something. Now, this is my opinion, but America's gone. You cannot save America. America's already gone. The American men do not care. They're not going to put themselves out there for anything. But Obama, one of the primary reasons Obama was allowed to get into office in the first place is because there's a certain group of people that wanted him there at all costs, and they were willing to pull out all the stops to cover up for him and all the reasons why he couldn't be president. There's a documentary. It's called 911 Missing Links, and it explains who these people are. It connects the dots, and I know a lot of the Power Hour listeners out there have seen it, and I hope more will see it, and I hope we can discuss it in the future. But thanks, guys.
Thank you. I don't believe I've seen that. Thank you very much for the phone call. I appreciate that, Frank. Let's go to Michael. I don't think the guys are gone. I don't think so. I think they're starting to stand up and realize their future is being threatened. It's not their grandchildren like they want you to think, or your children's future. It is yours right now, and it is your freedom right now. Michael in New York, you're on the air with Mike Zullo. Go ahead, please. Oh, comment. Do you want to make any comment about lace on the panties?
Yeah, here's what I think. Here's where I think the problem is. I don't think it's that men don't want to fight. Men don't have a venue to fight because when your elected officials do not use their voice, bringing your concern forward, you have no weapon to fight with. And I think that's the problem. I think you go back to the founding of this nation, there was a small percentage of the population that stood up against the British, that took arms against the British. Now, I have to believe that we have become, even though current news doesn't represent it, a very civilized America, and we're not rushing to arms. But when you don't have a voice, what do you do? If I asked you today to organize something in your state, your county, and bring our investigation forward, what would you do? You'd contact the congressman or representative who would just listen to you, patronize you, and do nothing with it.
That's right. That's right.
That's our problem. We've
Yes,
lost
that
our
is
voice.
true.
We have no voice.
Oh, you know, when I whistle blew in a Medicare fraud case that cost millions and millions of dollars, I went to 17 organizations, all the 1-800 call us if you know fraud organizations. Not one returned my call. Not one. So I had to go get an attorney to fight the case for me, to pursue it to the Attorney General's office. I mean, 17 organizations that are set up for Medicare fraud wouldn't return my phone call. And it was huge fraud. So, you know, you're right about the voice. Oh, man, I'm so glad you said that. I am so glad you said that. Men don't feel like they have a voice. Well, they do at the Power Hour, and we are going to continue here at the Power Hour, and we will not quit at the Power Hour, and I know that Sheriff Arpaio will not stop either. So at least it's the three of us. We're all in there together. Let's go to Michael in New York. Michael, you're on the air. Go ahead, please, with our guest. Oh, hold on a second. We'll be back. Final break coming up for the program today. We're going to come back with Mike Zullo. Final questions with Michael in New York. Stay right where you are. It's all about the truth, and it's all about you. One act at a time. What will you do? Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Power Hour. Thank you. Thank you so very much. 54 minutes after the hour. These are the people that care. These are the people that want to do something. And I want to say to each and every one of you, please support what they're doing. Please support them. I don't care if you tithe to it in place of other tithing. I'm serious. We've got to save this country. And from a law enforcement standpoint, getting to the sheriffs, the police officers, just like Sheriff Mack did, and just like Sheriff Arpaio is doing, is a way to do it. What better way to go after the criminals than with the crime? And they need your support financially. They need a lot of support for what they're doing. So please go to the website. It's at thepowerhour.com. It'll be in the email blast, and support them. Please support. Find out a way that you can support them. Talk about this. Send it out in your email blast. That's what it's all about. They are to be commended for this fight in which there is no winner other than the truth. And I cannot tell you how much respect I have for them. Let's go to Michael in New York. Michael, you're on the air. Go ahead, please, with Mike Zullo.
Good morning, Joyce. Good morning, Michael.
Morning.
You know, all great points, and Mike, you're absolutely right. We're ready to fight. There's still men in this country, but the system is definitely complicit in this felon with Obama, who's a foreign agent, and all the other points, multiple Social Security numbers. His Columbia professor, supposedly that he had, never even knew him, let alone other classmates. He sat on the Security Council seat in September of his first year in office as a national UN security member. So who is he, a UN rep or a president of the United States? Obviously a foreign agent UN rep. And like all the previous presidents, Rockefeller family installed all the way, but this one is truly the most obvious foreign agent of them all. And now it's at the point where only the military can do something, because they've got our country shut down, the whole media propaganda, the system designed to shut down anybody like you guys trying to get the truth out. It's up to the military to step in, do the right thing, come to the defense of the United States of America constitutional republic.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate that, Michael. You're right. It is up to, well, the military to stand also with us, but it's also up to us now. The action items are with us. They've done the hard work. And I must say, Mike, you guys have done the hard work. You did the tough work to get this whole thing out. Now it's our opportunity. It's necessary for us to move this message along. That's what you need the people for. And that's what we want to be, is to move this message, to be the channel for the message. And I just support you, but, you know, you've done your job. It's time for us to get this message to the people. Anything else that we can do?
Well, I think that's really, you know, what is expected from our standpoint. We're going to be able to deliver this, I do believe. I believe if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be Steve Stockman from Texas.
Yes.
But once he does it, Joyce, it's up to the American people to push it forward. And that's burning down the phone lines, crashing servers with emails, demanding Congress to look into this. Look, they did steroids in baseball. Do you really care? We had televised hearings on free contraceptives for a college gal. You know, I mean, we do it for all these things. This is something that
The Jodi Arias trial. My gosh, what were we thinking? Every day they went forward. Not what were we thinking, what were they thinking? We salute you, sir, at the Power Hour. You're welcome back anytime, and we're going to continue the story ad nauseum if it takes that, as long as it takes. Thank you, Mike Zullo, for joining us in the Power Hour today.
Thank you. You have a great day.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.